Hi there. Welcome to City Skylines HeightMapped Intermediate Series, Episode 87. Um, I played around so much putting in a bus line for Jacob in my last episode on this temporary map, which was in the beginner's series, that I've built up a huge amount of requests for you can see down here in the demand bar, a huge request for residential. So I'm in here putting residential into the, I think it's called Bayside. What are we called here? Yeah, Bayside Residential here, which is the bottom end, furthest away from the industrial side. It's on the other side of this plateau from industrial, which is where we usually are. So I have decided I'm going to put in one big long line of residential along this canal. And I started here, and I just built this little road going all the way out to here. And now I'm putting in electric by way of, my favorite thing, parks. So thought I'd bring you in and let you see what I'm up to. Mostly I'm just trying to get this park area in, and it doesn't want to let me put it in some spots. I'm putting in the ones that have the jacaranda tree by Mr. Maison, since he has a new jacaranda tree to replace the old jacaranda tree that I used to use on things. And I'm just really thrilled with it. So I'm putting it along this whole thing. There we go. Okay. As soon as I get these all down, I'm going to show you what I've put in, and then we'll run a first person through this area like I always do. I may have to put in a couple of short ones I don't remember if I have short ones, but I think that I do maybe have short ones. Okay, I guess I can make that. Well, I shouldn't though. Right about here I should probably twist it around the other way is what I should do. Yeah, there. Okay, and then let's see if I have any short jacarandas. There is a 12 by 2. That's 12 long. That won't work. This is a 2 by 2. Terribly tiny. Are there any places where I need that just yet? Not if I can find a bigger one. This one is a 4 by 2. I'll keep that in mind. I wish they would have put these in where, 7 by 1? How? Okay, 1 deep or 4 deep. I think I'll go 4 deep. It did say 4 deep, right? No, 2 deep, but that's still better than 1 deep. I don't want to make it so that there's like nothing there. Okay. I think that'll work. If it turns out that I need something with 2 spaces between it, I can always take that out and try something else. Okay. I'm just trying to carry the electricity through here. There. Hopefully that'll do it. Okay, so electricity is almost everywhere, and I think I can use a little underground right here and right here. There we go. That connected it. And then up here there's probably a disconnect on the other canal. There we go. I love this underground electric. He just solved so many problems for us. He or she solved so many problems for us when he or she put in this underground electric mod. I use it everywhere that I cannot use parks, and I'm thrilled with it. Never hurts to have a little extra connection there. Just in case. You never know. Okay, so electric is in. Water is running everywhere but there, because I didn't get it in there yet. So, run the water through. There we go. Okay, and now, let's see, it's houses on the other side, so I have to keep it houses on this side instead of apartments. So I'm going to just fill this in with housing, which I'm sure will fill in almost immediately, since it wouldn't be asking for so much of it unless it didn't have any place else to put any in. So once I get this in here, there we go. Once I get all of this in, then we can go down and okay, and then up here, okay, I need to take that out and put this in first, then put our little boundary back. I want to keep that boundary road just in case something happens and I have to bring us back to 25 tile. I am hoping that will never happen, but you just never know. So I keep that little dirt road there as a boundary. Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go. And I think that was it. Yeah. Did I bring the water all the way out? No, I didn't. There, now I have. Okay. Electricity and water and zoning. Ooh, zoning. And we're not zoned out far enough, because it's got to cover all of this area. We need to come out here a little further. At least I remembered this time before bad things happened. Could have been worse. Has been worse. I have done worse. Yes, yes, yes. I should just zone the whole thing now, just to be sure I don't make any more mistakes of this kind anyway. Okay, so now that we have everything in, I am going to go ahead and start it up. Put it on 3. That's the highest speed allowed anyway. And then we'll come down here and take a look at what we've created. Oh, I forgot to take that. I was going to try and put a bridge across here, and it didn't work out so good, so we'll just take that off. Okay. So I could just come down here and tab into the bridge. I wanted you to see these pretty jacaranda trees. They are so beautiful. And they're so lifelike. See these little purple flowered trees? See that one? That's new stuff that Mr. Maison has come up with. Very pretty little trees. Okay, I've got this going so fast I can't. I guess I have to be a car. I'm just going too fast to be a person on the sidewalk. I can't dodge all of the poles and everything at the same time. We got houses building up over here already. I see one up ahead of us that just filled in. And I'm going to have to put in, oh gosh, I don't have hardly, some of these jacaranda parks don't have any sidewalks on them at all. Do the long ones? Let's see if I can find a long one. I think this is a long one, and it doesn't have, I don't think. The ones with the little U-shaped thing are the short ones, and then this thing we're going by now is a very long one, and I don't think, is there a walkway out there anywhere besides in these little U-shaped jobs? Oh, Lordy. Because it's only too wide, I didn't put... Okay. That means I'm going to have to put a walkway through this whole thing. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. What have we got so far? Okay, I was so busy playing in the parks, I didn't go to check out the houses that are being built here. Boy, if I was driving a vehicle, I'd be the last person in the world anybody out on the road would want to be near. I'm not keeping it on the road very well, am I? At all. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 houses so far. There must be more down on the other end. Yep. Only 3 houses. Okay, jumping out now. Okay, let's just get up here and take a look. Okay, 1 house, 2, 3 houses, 4 houses. That's a teeny tiny house. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 houses, and I've used up almost all of my desire for, okay, fine. I guess that's fine. All right. Well, I'm going to come down here and I see people getting ready to leave, I think. Okay, now that one is a station wagon driving to school at some university. That works for me. Okay, putting on the blue follow button, hitting the camera, and we're in. Okay, we're in Annabelle Wilson's station wagon, and she is a university student, and she's driving to school. No idea where the university is. I don't remember. Oh, I put one in. I know where I put one. One of them is in the nightlife section, the first nightlife section. We're following a hearse, by the way. Okay, so one of them is in the nightlife section, and I'm trying to remember where I put the other university. I think I have 2. I do not remember where I put the second one. So we're probably going to the nightlife, but we might not be. Meantime, at least it's pretty to look at. As soon as Mr. Maison puts, makes some pink apple trees, blooming apple trees, or some pink blooming cherry trees, I'm pretty certain that they'll be more realistic than these pink trees are. I love these pink trees. They're beautiful. They're the only pink trees I could find, but they're not quite as realistic as the other trees in my game. So as soon as he comes up with some pink trees, I'm going to be pink flowering trees. I am going to be replacing all of these trees out here in the parks with Mr. Maison's pink flowering whatevers. And I'm kind of looking forward to that. I know he's busy doing other things. I don't know why they I don't know why Colossal Order hasn't made Mr. Maison an actual employee and put his trees just on the regular, all of his stuff on the regular plants section for everybody to use. But I was kind of surprised. Mr. Shroom Blaze does a nice job on things, and I guess he does a lot of buildings and whatnot, so that must be why they incorporated his work into the actual game, but in some new update that they're doing now. But honestly, you see things like Mr. Maison's truly realistic trees, and you wonder, why are they not incorporating that into the game and giving him credit? But oh well, I will just enjoy it anyway. I'll just have to go get them as mods and put them in my parks. These are all trees on the side here that are vanilla to the game. These are those big beautiful bushes that I love, but they have no trunks. They are just sort of like alien trees that are floating, 2 feet, 3 feet above the ground. They're not really in the ground, which I just think is weird, but oh well. These bridges are pretty too. Everything is so realistic in this game. I just love that. Okay, Annabelle is going in the right direction to be headed for the nightlife area. So that might be the college that she's going to. Oh, maybe not. I can't imagine why she'd be taking this turn. Maybe I put one up on the upper plateau. That was the middle plateau that I thought she was headed for, but now it's looking like maybe not. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Well, this is going to be a long trip, and I can't speed it up any more than I have. I have it on number 3, which is the fastest. The game will go without a mod that will speed things up. See this plateau up here on the top? It has 3 areas, 2 residential and one fully residential. 1 residential with a little commercial on the outside, which is what you're seeing up there at the top, right there, I think. And then, of course, way at the back where you can't see it yet. Can I tip this at least? No. Way at the back where you cannot yet see it, there is, there, that's better. There is another commercial area, but it's not a nightlife commercial. It's a real commercial like JCPenney's and Sears and the local grocery store and the drugstore and little store around the corner, gas station, just things that local people are going to and using on something other than their day off when they're out partying. Oh gosh, I hate that this wound up down during one of the upgrades, my roads sunk. Well, the road itself didn't sink, but I didn't have that big piece there on the left that was up so high. Did not have that before. There was a flat area or slightly sloped area between the road coming in, the freeway coming and the freeway going, and now there's this great big piece as if we've sunk down another 40-50 feet, which wasn't there when I made the map. And then all of a sudden, after one of Colossal Order's upgrades, it just turned up in some areas that my freeway was sunken. Not happy about that. Also can't do anything about it, so I'm just going to let it ride. I am 11, my city, my game board is $11,000 in the hole and climbing. So I probably need to put in some more nightlife commercial as soon as it asks for some. And also, hopefully, these new residential people will start paying something. Okay, I know this is boring, so I'm going to put you on pause till this ride gets up to some place where we can see something besides cliffs, okay? Pausing. Okay, we're out of the cliff area, at least for a short period of time, and I think we're probably headed up here, but maybe not, because I think I see the nightlife area right over here on the right. I was thinking that it was over further the other way, but maybe she is headed to this one just on the right. I'm guessing, but that is a good possibility at this point. We'll see where she goes. And I think I said in one of my other, see these signs here, how you can't read them? Well, I'd like to be able to put things on those signs that are really where you would go if you went this way, where you would go if you went straight. You know, I'd like to have those things on the signs. I'm going to see if I can find something, a mod that will let me do that, that will mix in with all of the mods I have on here right now that seem to be working nicely. I've got everything on now except for sprites removal, the one that removes sprites, and the one that takes dirt out from underneath benches and things in the parks. So I'm going to try putting those in after this episode and check those out on the game. The game has gone 12 sittings. I've opened it up 12 times, played on it, closed it, and not hit an array index error. So I think all the mods I have now on the game are working together. So if the sprites and the no dirt, if the no sprites and the no dirt will work, the no sprites makes all this unmown grass area look like it's mowed, so things are a lot neater and tidier. And the no dirt takes all of the dirt spots that are presently will be underneath any table or bench or, you know, anything that I put into a park. Right now they have dirt around them, and this will make it so they don't, given that, you know, these two things will work with the I thought the university was over on this side. So I'm not sure. Maybe she's going to go take this little piece here and then come back and go in across the freeway. I have no idea. But she's getting there. And that's good because we're at 23 minutes already. And real soon now, I'm going to have to end this episode and do a little more testing and put in a couple more mods. And then we'll see if I'm ready to start back into all of my 3 different maps. The real map that is the Rain River Dance map, which is what this test map is a copy of. The Forts map, which is the HeightMapped Intermediate Series map, the one that had the university on the other side of the water from where the ships were coming in. And of course the beginner's map that's completely different from these. I can go back to using all three of those maps in their proper episodes, in their proper series. That's what I thought she was going to do. She got off the freeway because it was her only way of getting over to the other side of the freeway, the nightlife section, because that's where the university is. So I think she's going to make it. We're at 25 minutes. She has 5 whole minutes to get through this whole nightlife area and out to, there's the university way out there, and that's further than it looks. But we have to go down here and through this nightlife area first to get to it. Unless she takes her car and parks it in one of my parking lots, they're almost full. Check that out. I made parking lots with acacia trees and 30 parking spaces each, and I plopped them all over in the business area, and also in the residential areas. And it looks like, at least on that one side, they're being used. They're not. This one on the way out isn't being used, unless she parks in here. Nope, looks like she's going to go past it. She might be driving all the way and probably going to drop herself off. That's what they normally do. Once in a while you get one sliding into the parking lots. But for the most part, they seem to drive in, drop the student or the shopper off, and then disappear, which I don't particularly care for, because I would prefer that the car was driven by somebody other than the person being dropped off, and that the car that dropped them off then continued to go by and continued to go back to where it came from at the residential area. And I mean, that would be more realistic. It makes more sense to me. See, we got lots of parks and cars parked in my little parking lots. I'm really proud of those little parking lots. They're getting used. Not by everybody, but they're definitely getting used. Oh, we're stopping right now because right up ahead of us is a big fire, and until they put it out and the fire trucks that are up ahead of these get out of the way, we're pretty much just going to sit here. And it might take longer than the 3 minutes we have, actually 3.5 minutes we have left. So I'm going to put you on hold until we're moving again. Holding. Okay, I went out of the room while I was waiting, and it timed out. Oh well, I'm so sorry. Okay, well, what we wound up doing was taking the car from here all the way out here and out this way and then up. Was that right? Oh no, we went the other way. We went up here, took this freeway all the way up to here. Here, I think. And then, no, it was in this canyon. Remember, we were in this canyon? You can see it from up here. Look at that, how deep that thing is. So we rode this all the way through here. See that canyon? Got all the way up here. Came out here. Got into this little side street right here. That was a side street. And then remember when we went up over the top right down here? Right there, and then down here, and all the way up to about here. Or we might have gone up to this one, and then gone down to about here. And then we had to wait for a fire, and when I paused it, it timed to actually, I think that's where the fire is, right there. Yeah, right down here are the trucks. The fire trucks, they haven't even moved yet. And Apparently the building is gone already that burnt up. And we almost made it, which was right to here. She would have driven in here and gone down here to the university. We just didn't get that far. Almost. We came so close. This might be her right here. Nope, that's Mary Webb. Okay, Annabelle didn't make it. She's going to have to start all over again and be late for class. And we are late for closing because it's at 30 minutes and 14 seconds, and I'm supposed to close out on 30 minutes. So that's the end of episode 87, and I will see you in whatever next episode you decide you want to watch. Episode 88 of this series, or maybe you'll want to watch an episode in Riverdance or in the Beginners. You know, some people just seem to be watching whatever I put up next, no matter what series it's in. I'm beginning to think I should just pick one of these series and, you know, just run with it and, you know, and just we can all do the same series now. Except for once in a while, if somebody in Beginners decides that they need to know how to do something. Okay, well, things are happening, life is going on, and we're going to leave our city and go do other things for the rest of the day. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.